Yo, chat, what up? Hello.
Why would Darkseid have the Infinity Stones? It must have been some kind of crossover.
Yeah, it was like a crossover thing. I think that was a long time ago too. Yeah. Comics are fun, man.
Oh man, did you know they had an obese Galactus?
Mhm.
Why was he big?
Couldn't stop eating, bro.
Well, I mean, this is true because he is kind of swole for somebody who never works out. Like that kind of pisses me off.
Man, yo, what's up, Weenie? How you doing, man? Yeah, there's some weird versions of like alternate characters out there.
Bro,
Some very
I
weird,
fell
obscure.
into a rabbit hole, and when I tell you, these writers, it was in times where they were obviously bored.
Yeah. There's a pretty
Yeah,
good
maybe.
run. I don't know if he has his own comic run right now. But Doctor Strange is the Sorcerer Supreme right now. Not Doctor Strange, Doctor Doom. This is because he showed up in Spider-Man's latest comic run and gave him a new suit. And it's pretty fucking cool. Sorcerer. Like he basically told Peter, I need you to do this job for me. He told him no, so he put him in a situation where he had to say yes, bro. Doctor Doom funny as fuck, bro. He's a real man's villain. Yo, what's going on, Darkstar? How you doing, man? Anderson, my guy. They call him One Andy in the Canadian streets. Darkstar, how you doing, brother? Hope you guys doing good today, man. Sorry for the slightly late start. Life is always a journey, bro. But good to be here, man. Can you guys hear DC okay? Can you hear me okay? Just let me know.
Howdy.
All right.
Hey guys,
Let me know if
what's
you
up?
got some pretty fun topics today. Probably won't get through everything, I suspect, as we usually don't. But
We probably will, because what I'm going to talk about, I'm going to fly through in 2 minutes. I've nailed it down to the floor.
well, I mean, you ain't gotta rush through it. I ain't saying that, but
Nah, I don't think it's.
I feel like
it's not a lot that don't need to be talked about. We'll go with the flow. We'll see what happens.
yeah, I feel like
Let's not
the
be
Twitch
so-
conversation is gonna take a lot of precedent today too.
Oh man, Twitch.
And
Twitch.
apocalypse.
You're in the same boat as that other place. Funny how you laughed at them and now.
Well, let's
It
just say
doesn't
their
matter.
problems have been brewing for a long time. So, but
Yeah, it's instead of fighting with each other, y'all need to get together and figure it out. But we'll talk about that when it comes.
yeah, we appreciate you guys for being here, man. It's good to see you guys. I'm doing okay, Winnie. Life be lifing sometimes, but that's why I'm working as hard as I can to make it stop. That's all I'm gonna say. Working as hard as I can. I'm streaming to make life stop lifing. Yo, BZ, what's going on, man? How you doing, sir?
Oh, Beezy, the future. That's what I'm start calling him. The future.
The future.
I don't know, man. Look, Beezy got he got the hairline up of a super villain. Like he might be like
Not the hairline.
He
of
might
a-
be like
What
Nas
the
of YouTube.
fuck does that mean?
He might be the Nas of YouTube, bruh.
Oh my god.
I be hating when Beezy get a haircut. I don't be liking that shit. I ain't
Oh
gonna lie.
my word, man.
It be too crispy, dog. It be too crispy. I don't like that. I don't like that. Don't be crispy on my timeline, bro.
That boy be sharp, man. Yeah.
And the haircut be sharp, man. I be envious. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Today is a day of truths. All right, I'm letting my truth out. Damn it.
You been playing Gray Zone Warfare and Path of Exile? See, I'm thinking about getting Path today. I don't know though. I don't know.
Okay, let me
Time is of the
yeah.
essence, man.
go ahead. Let my boy spill that chili. Spill. Spill.
Oh, hold on. I don't have it. Oh, this is the wrong scene. Remind me to do it when we start
It's fine.
streaming.
I'll spill it
Oh
myself.
boy. Kevin's never gonna make it to that table, man. What does a supervillain hairline look like? It looks real crisp
real
and
crispy,
clean,
man.
Yeah. It's either one or two things. It's either really crispy or it's non-existent. There's no in between. And let me tell you, the real dangerous ones are the ones who don't take care of their hair. because they don't give a fuck about
The
nothing.
Smash Bros.
They ain't got nothing. All right, let's get
They
started.
ain't got-
Let's get started, man. Everybody seems to be on a path. Yeah, man. Yep. Everybody's on a path, man. A good path. I will say that. You know, I try not to bring my random life bullshit to stream, but
Hey, when you come
know,
here, it's party time.
we're gonna have a good time today, man. We're gonna be good smiles, have fun. Not gonna worry about no bullshit, so they don't have to take care. Yeah, they're even more dangerous. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All right, man. We're gonna get started, guys. We're gonna have a good time today, man. We appreciate y'all for being here. God damn it, I can't focus.
Focus up, brother.
Hello, and welcome to episode 214. Feeling lean on the Super Weapon Podcast, most overpowered podcast on the internet. It's your boy Darius the Artist, and as always, got my co-host DC here with me today.
And guess what, guys? Before we get this party started, I want to announce something.
Uh-oh.
I finally
Uh-oh.
got rid of the home button.
Oh, man.
It's going down in history.
He has retired the iPhone 8.
It
Was
has
it 8
left.
Plus, right?
The 8 Plus is gone. The home button is out of here. The Pro Max is here.
Give me a quick impressions, man, because you've had it for a couple of days now. I actually that's actually a good thing to ask you about, man. How you liking it?
These new phones are definitely made for content creating. This has definitely made my life a lot easier. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm starting to dabble in the YouTube Shorts a little bit more because this phone makes it so easy to post shorts and edit them. Like, you can edit in this thing and everything. You don't have to. It formats it to the size that you need. Like, you don't have to do anything outside of the phone. And I'm still learning it, so it can only get better.
Have you used any of the AI features for it yet? I'm actually really curious about that.
I'm on a waiting list. Like, you have partial usage of it.
Really?
They're pushing out another update that's going to be like it's going to have like more features and stuff like that. Like, the phone adjusts to. It's really weird. It's kind of hard to describe. Like, your phone really kind of get to know you. It's kind of weird. Like,
hello,
my phone
DC.
Knows what I want to listen to in the morning. And
yeah.
It's just really weird. It's really algorithmic.
Yeah. Good morning. Tell me your favorite foods.
Like,
That's
when you go to like
crazy.
websites and stuff, it knows your favorite websites, and it's weird. It's weird.
Oh man,
it's definitely weird, but I'm definitely enjoying it, and I'm still learning the features. I'm looking to. I was actually trying to test out the vertical live thing.
Yeah.
To see if we can get that going while we pod. But I should have did that earlier. I meant to do that earlier, but I got caught up in some RP business, which was pretty
too busy
daunting.
in them RP streets, man. I tell you.
It says like live right here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set it up for later because when we start doing future episodes, I'm also gonna simultaneously go live on YouTube. Get that cracking.
I like it.
You know, go to Beezy's class of content. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot to learn, man. It's definitely worth the purchase. When I bought it, you know, the lady kept saying, "Oh, we got the 16. We got the 16." I was like, "No, I want bleeding edge tech."
Because are they on? They're on the 17 now. Like, I'm so out of touch with iPhone.
No,
releases.
it's the 16.
Is it okay?
They're
it
on
is
the 16.
Okay. Because I've seen people talking about the 17 online. I was like, wait a minute. I thought the 16 was the last one. Okay.
And it's not gonna. If a 17 is coming out, it's not gonna be any different from this one. And that's the thing.
Probably, just a little bit more
iPhone,
AI stuff, maybe. Yeah.
They're just pulling stuff. They're just pulling stuff out of their butt right now. Like, this one has all these weird new buttons. Like, it's shortcut buttons.
Yes. Yeah, they do.
Like, you can set up different shortcuts, and like, I could just press this. It goes to the camera automatically. and it's just a whole bunch of just weird ass features. But there's a lot of useful stuff. Like they got the one of my favorite things they have on the phone is the passwords.
Yeah.
It's the Apple app. Like now, mind you, y'all probably already know about some of this stuff. So pardon me if my phone was old as hell, so I didn't have any of this. Y'all are probably looking at me like, "Yo, we been had that, bro." Like, but I really love the passwords app because I have over 100 something plus passwords for a lot of random shit, and it kind of keeps it um all in one area. It lets you know, when people are kind of doing foul shit, trying to attempt to break in your shit and all this
Yeah,
bullshit.
if your password's
But
been exposed, and
yeah, or if it's
yeah.
getting weak or somebody's trying to tamper with it and all this bullshit. But one thing I do want y'all to see real quick before we carry on is how much these videos, I had to get a terabyte because these videos, when you creating a video, it is insane how much space this shit takes up. Like doing a 4K, I'm trying to find it. I'll find it later. But it actually breaks down per minute how
Yeah.
much space you use per minute, and it's ridiculous. Like if you do the max, like I forgot, it's like 4K, 120,000p something. Like it comes out beautiful. Like it looks amazing.
Right.
But it's gonna be about, you record for like 10 minutes, that's probably about 25 gigs. No lie, no bullshit.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, video's expensive, man, and honestly, I don't even think they make any. And I could be wrong, chat. Like you guys can tell me, but if I remember, I don't think they make any of the smaller phones anymore. Like I think the smallest it goes now is 512 gigs for space. And I
Yeah,
mean,
when I told
between
you
pictures and everything.
64, you laughed.
Hey
You
man,
laughed.
you know what's so? It's just so crazy how like looking at tech, how it changes so rapidly. Because I think I have the 12 maybe or the 13, something like that. Like I'm a couple years behind on mine, but I think what took me the longest getting used to was not having a home button anymore. We always make fun of you for that, but did you get used to like the swiping and stuff?
Oh no, I
Um,
mean it came naturally. Because
yeah,
I mean, it's just like having a home button. This is really no different. It's just not visually there,
right.
but it's still the same concept. And I did find it. Like I don't know if y'all could see that, but it breaks down like per minute. Like
Oh yeah, yeah,
however
yeah.
you have it set up, like 4K,
That's
it
pretty
shows you
insane.
how much space is going to take in your phone.
There's a bug in here. One second.
It's it is freaking ridiculous. But all in all, guys, this is not the tech corner, and nobody probably cares about me upgrading my phone, but me, because you guys pretty much are already where I should have been. But I am enjoying my iPhone. I thought about getting. There was a Google phone I thought about getting, but when I looked at all the stuff that I would have to transfer, like all my information,
Yeah.
once I started thinking about that, I was just like, you know what? I don't feel like switching over to Google. And to like really update my phone, like you know how they used to have you in the store, they'd be like, oh, they take your phone in the back. Oh, you gotta back it up and
do
do all
some
this
do some magic.
bullshit. And
Yeah, yeah. Do some of that
this one,
backroom
you
magic.
literally all I had to do was just set my phone next to this phone, and it got all the
Yes.
information out of it. And I thought that shit was so cool. I was like, man, all the stuff
Damn,
that
you
y'all
didn't
been
have
dealing with.
AirPlay? Oh my god.
Well, look, old faithful,
Oh.
looks tried and true. All
Yeah,
right,
I still have my 8 somewhere around here too. It's funny you still have that, man. I don't blame you for keeping it. I mean, welcome to the future, man. I'm glad you're here now. Just like Weedy said, 64 gigs is barely a video game. Yeah, that's nuts, man.
that's the size of. Yeah. Yeah. And one of those people where you constantly deleting stuff, and like
Yeah.
now I got terabytes, so I just got so many pointless apps now. Like I'm like, oh, I can just get shit now.
Yeah, you
So
got the space to do it, man. Like take pictures, do all that fun stuff, man. That's awesome, man.
I got some stuff coming down the pipeline for the super weapon, man. We gonna do some things.
Yes. So make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube, man. Super Weapon Media, Super Weapon Podcast. You can get that. Like I said, man, DC's been pumping out the content over there, so we appreciate you guys for being here, man. Happy Saturday once again. Let's talk about some RP, man. You mentioned it earlier, and I know you
Yes.
had some. As someone
Some of
who
mine.
recently switched to another city this past
Your
week,
boy is in H Town. I am in H Town, GTA RP. H Town was created. It's fairly new. Actually, H Town is not that old. I think it's probably like maybe 4 or 5 months old. Um,
Do you feel like you're still looking for like a home city, if you will, at this point, or do you enjoy kind of jumping in between cities and because usually
no,
like people
see,
that I see stream, they kind of stick to like one. You know what I mean? But
yeah, for the most part, you do want to stick to one city because it's like once you sow your roots into one city,
mm,
basically once you invest so much, because the city that I was in before I joined H Town, I had a lot invested in the city as far as like building up a business and a lot of fortune. I was about 10 mil up, about 20 something cars, like the whole thing. But I'm kind of gritty with it. Like I like to build stuff and then once I build it, I just don't care about it anymore.
yeah,
I find myself giving shit away, like giving money away. I don't care. Like once I get to the money point, it's just like it gets boring to me. The grind to get to the top is what's fun. But to break it down for people who may not be too familiar with the GTA RP, which is Grand Theft Auto Online role play. So you have these servers that you go in and people create these communities to where you could pretty much live your life. Think about it like Sims or something, right? It's a little more vast though. Like you're in these big cities with other people, you're communicating. There's a real life like ecosystem, you know what I'm saying? You're interacting with other
right.
people, you're creating stories, the whole nine. So with that being said, I'm in H Town right now and things seem to be on the up and up. I came in, to my surprise, I've been in so many cities. I've met a lot of people that I've known from past cities.
Yeah.
So they were already established in the city. So I kind of got like what I like to call a care package. You know, they kind of blessed your boy with some trinkets. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Shout out to Amaze.
Like your
Amaze is over
first
there.
your first day out, you got the
Right. You
chain,
get
the
the chain, you
car.
get the chain on, right? Yeah, it's exactly like that. So shout out to other Beezy, not the Beezy in chat, but he's
RMBZ.
also an H. Yeah, R and Beezy. He's over there. He's been with the server since it started, so he kind of knows all the ins and outs. He
Mm-hmm.
he blessed me, and I'm working with him. We're working on an interior design company.
Fake
Yeah.
BZ.
So, oh God, here we go. Well, we say all that to say all this. The state of GTA RP right now is a little bit shaky in my mind, in my opinion, right? So take everything what I just said. Like the whole entertainment value in RP is for people, especially if you're streaming it, right? You want to create good content and good stories for your audience. That's the bottom line. Like you want to have good interactions, whether you're a civilian, just living your day to day, working, to becoming a mob boss, a gang leader. You could be executive, top dog, whatever your story is, right? Whatever you create, the main purpose of all this is to entertain, be entertaining or entertain your audience when you're streaming.
All right.
But I feel like right now it's a little bit one sided. The scene is it's getting a little, I don't want to say oversaturated, but it's leaning a little to the side of getting way too grindy. Like I've been last 2 months, I've probably been in 8 cities, and I think what people are like, they're starting to forget what it was originally made for, right? It's supposed to be more or less like you creating a story, but now people are so obsessed with like getting money, getting the fancy cars, the big houses, and then on the gang side, you have people grinding. Like you have to grind to get weapons and armors. You have a big gang ward, and it's like a weird. It's in a really weird place right now, and I don't know, man. Like the
Do-
storytelling is gone, so it's starting to get kind of like boring to me. So I don't know what the future is going to look
That's what I
like
was gonna
for me.
ask. Do you think it's more so because you know from my limited understanding of just like RP servers and everything, you know, I'm assuming there's some sort of revenue that's made for the developers of these servers, right? And
Oh, it's for what I learned, there's a lot of money in it. And I think that's why it's getting oversaturated because everyone is trying to build a city now.
and so
Like,
right, and so do you feel like that it's a player retention issue where you know, just like we've talked offline about, you know, some of the cities you've been in, you don't have to name any that may or may not have shut down or the support hasn't been there for the population or the community for that said server and then they move on to the next one. So do you feel like
you got
that
a
they
lot of
they do things like that to kind of gamify it to where you know you keep that investment for the community, I guess is what I'm asking. Like I because I mean RP's been around for what, almost 10 years at this point, right? Like
right.
it's been around for such a long. So I wonder if that is like a symptom of it, you know, reaching, I guess you could say, like critical mass, especially before GTA 6 comes
I
out.
think exactly. I think you're hitting the nail on the head. That's kind of exactly what's happening. And then the thing is, people see dollar signs,
Yeah.
but they don't see the whole picture, per usual, right? Like people jumping in this, oh, I'm gonna start my own city, right? Won't
Yeah.
say any city names, but this is what I feel like just happened recently.
Mm.
You know, you have somebody jump in. You may have like two devs, people who know what they're doing. They jump in, and God, I wish we could have had Lucky on because me and Lucky had like a 2 hour conversation about this yesterday.
Mm.
But you have people jump on, and all they see is dollar signs. But then when the work hits, the thing is, when your city start off, it's all fun and games. Like you got all this stuff going. Let's say you got 10 people total in your server, right?
Yeah.
Because remember, you're just starting off. You got maybe 10, 15 people. The majority of them people are your friends that you convinced to come into the server. Now, the fun begins when people outside of that friend group start to join. When you hit that number, when you hit that first 100, right?
Yeah.
That's when the bugs happen. That's when things start to, because once you get all these people in your city and they're moving around, then you're starting to find all these problems, right?
Mm.
Oh, too many people in one area, so everyone like computer is or their game is crashing or something because it's something on the back end that they need to figure out like what's going on. And a lot of people, once those issues start popping up, it's either sink or like it's either swim or sink, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I can fix this. I can fix this. Then you may have your server limited to 100 people only joining in, right? But your server is getting bigger, so now you have a queue. Now you have people waiting to get in your server. So guess what you
Mm.
do? You expand your number. So you go from 100 to 150.
And that costs more money for for the devs too.
Actually, yup, more people come in. More headaches, more problems, more things are coming up. They got to keep up with this in real time. Mind you, these devs, husbands, wives, got kids. Um, basically, they don't have that time to sit down and try to figure out every problem as it happens, right? So then more people are joining your server. You boost the number up to 200, 225. This is where H Town is right now. I think H Town is at 225 right now. And they have a queue from hell on the weekends. Like I couldn't even get in last night. I just turned this shit off and started playing Call of Duty. Um, I went in this morning though. I go in a
Yeah.
little off brand times, but basically the server outgrows the devs, and a lot of devs they don't know how to gracefully bow out. So you'll see servers disappear, or you'll get these notifications in the Discord like, hey, we decided to shut down a server. Or on the other side of that, like you said, it costs, right? It costs because you only have so much space.
Yeah,
So the more stuff you add into it, like when you're adding water parks, museums, all this stuff is assets that's taking space on the server. So people complaining like, "Oh, we need more stuff to do. We need more jobs, blah blah blah." They not realizing that this is coming from somewhere. So what the devs do to offset the cost is you start selling assets.
right.
And that's where the whole issue came from with a lot of companies like, "Wait a minute. Why are you selling BMWs on your server and we didn't give you permission to sell our product?" So you had this whole thing where they
Mm.
debadged all the cars, right? Basically, they have a BMW in there, but they took all the badges off, and then
Yeah,
they'll give it a
kind of
fake
what
name.
GTA does, in the main in the single player game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Yeah,
it's the exact same car. You have a BMW S class. It's the exact same car. They just took the badges off. But what I learned from Lucky yesterday is these companies are coming back and they like, yo, that's still our car. You just took the badges off. We don't want our car in there,
that's
period.
still copyright, my guy. Yeah,
Yeah. So they like, no, you can't just take the BMW symbol off and say, oh, it's yours. Like, no, we got the blueprints. This is our car. We don't want our car in the game. So now we got this power struggle. And then now the devs have to deal with this because guess what they have to do? They have to take all that stuff out. And it's you, bruh, you touch one thing and your city might explode. Like it's the scripts
so
and
I have a question
it's
then.
deep.
When it comes to, because it's essentially modding, right? Like, GTA RP is
Yeah,
essentially a
that's all it
mod of the
is.
main game. So has anyone ever taken the map of, Los Santos and expanded beyond the boundaries of the
Yes.
map?
Yes, yes. I'm in a city right now. I'm helping with the city right now that's doing that.
Because I,
The server, I could say the server because they're looking for people to join anyway.
yeah.
It's New World. Is the server is called New World. Um, it's a young lady and her husband who are both devs who are working diligently. They have a nice city. Like I love the way this their city is. I
Mhm.
love the way the mechanic shop works because you actually have to work on the cars. Like you do engine swaps, you literally have to take the engine out. Like it's crazy. It's very detailed, but yeah, they have. If you go to the top of the map where like Polito, if you're familiar with GTA, like way up north where the country is,
Yeah.
they created it's you cross a bridge and then there's like a whole new island of stuff over there.
See,
So
that's cool. And the reason why I was asking, because whenever I think of GTA RP, like I always try to connect it to other games that do something similar, like where people might mod, Bethesda game, or maybe not on the same scale as like a Roblox or a Fortnite. The I forget what it's called in Fortnite, where you can essentially make your own video game now. I wonder
hmm
if it's ever gonna get to a point where Rockstar will be willing to give their community,
give them the tools and stuff
like
to create that.
actual in-game tools to the scale that you have in those games. I don't see why they wouldn't,
They
especially
would be smart too. That
you,
would be a very smart
you
move
know
for
what I
them
mean? Like,
to do.
especially with GTA 6 coming out, because you'll have a brand new engine. I think, like I mentioned earlier,
And
I think it's
cities.
just really hitting the point of, you've taken it as far as you can, essentially. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
you've taken the tech in
Critical mass.
5 as far as you can. And so there's only, and one thing that I will say that you did, like, kind of, I perked my ears up on too. You're talking about, is just, it seems like every city is kind of structured the same way, and that's why I asked you the other day, is do you think that if they were to change, if someone were to take, let's say, Los Santos and change the theme of the city, instead of it being just a modern urban city, maybe doing something like a, and I know this would probably be way more work probably than it's worth, but like a cyberpunk style city, or
I
you
think,
know, a different time
I
period,
mean,
something in the
sky's the
40s or
limit.
50s. You know, like I just feel like with it being as popular as it is now, you know, and this is something we're going to talk about with Twitch in a little bit. You know, you just have this point where you're fighting for the same eyeballs. You're fighting, and I wonder how many new people. And that's another question: is how many new people are coming into RP nowadays versus when it started to initially explode in growth? That's what I'm really curious about.
I
'Cause-
think it's still there. I think as far as popularity go, RP is always going to be something that's pretty popular. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? But as far as like landscapes and stuff go, the city I'm in now, H Town, like they have altered a lot of the landscape. Like there's certain parts of the map, like there's like a projects in there.
that's
Like if you
insane.
go like down to the hood, they added like a whole different,
Yeah,
like it's a whole different scenery down there. Like it's different buildings, trees, there's all kinds of stuff. And I believe it's pretty much just open to your imagination and what your server can handle,
yeah,
like the stuff on the back end. But I've seen people create totally different landscapes, like add malls, like all types of stuff,
yeah.
stadiums. I was in one server that had what was it? What's the joint on the west side? The skating rink.
Oh, Cascade.
Yeah, somebody added Cascade to their map.
Oh, I
Like
remember
it
you.
was an
Yeah,
Atlanta server. Yeah,
yeah.
like so
They added that
I
liquor store
think
up the street from my house too. I see.
I think it's just all about your imagination. But
Yeah.
before we go on to the next topic, I do have some gripes.
No, for sure.
I do
Yeah.
got to get it off my
Yeah.
chest. The grind aspect of role playing, right? It's called role playing, not grind play. All right. So what I'm seeing, I be in a lot of cities. Sometimes I just jump in cities just to see what it's about. Like I would go
Yeah.
to 5M. I just scroll through all the servers. There's like a billion of them, and I would just jump in one. First of all, your boy don't do applications. I'm just gonna throw that out there. But the majority of the good servers are whitelisted to where you do have to do an application to join
Yeah.
because they try to avoid a lot of quote unquote shitters or people who just come in to just do dumb stuff and cause trouble.
Yeah, trolls and all that. Yeah, sure, sure,
But
sure.
we got to get back to creating good stories, man. People get so caught up in grinding. Like there's people who will sit on there on a Saturday, no lie, 8 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock at night, grinding materials to sell or whatever the grind is, grinding diamonds and blah, 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 because everyone wants to have the latest shit. They want to have the biggest house. They want to have the most jewelry.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like art imitating life. Like people get so obsessed with this stuff that it's like, are you having fun? Like if you're sitting there grinding all day, like this can't be fun for you. Like my characters are pretty like I am looking for the bullshit. Not like gang stuff. I don't really too much care for
No, for
the
sure.
gang side of
Yeah.
RP. Like it's there for people who want to do that. Like it's no knock to that because like a lot of people like to do that and they like to rob banks and do stuff like that. Cool. That's not really my angle. Like I usually always get caught up in some like women bullshit, but it's like because I always like end up with a cop. I don't know how that always happened in every city I go in, but it's weird. And then I start doing some crime, and then it's like I gotta be double life Larry, and then it just gets crazy.
This guy
But
has some funny stories he could tell y'all, man.
man,
That's all I was
it got so bad, and it's looking like it's doing that again because I got pulled over, and yeah, I wasn't flirting. I was just trying to get out of the ticket because I only had $200 on me, and she was trying to give me a $600 ticket. But that's another story. But yeah, I would just tell people, man, whatever you doing, just have a story to it, and make your story fun, man. Like it, you could be a civilian and have fun too. That's my biggest thing because people think just because you're living a straight life, like the role playing is actually boring when it's pretty funny because like I'm an interior designer, right? So I have to go to all these people's houses, right?
Yeah.
And the story writes themselves. Like I went in this dude's house, right? And there was dildos on the floor, okay?
Oh man.
And so
I was not expecting
me,
that, but all right.
me and my friend looked at each other and we was like, yeah. So like these little moments is just freaking hilarious. I had to mute my mic because I was laughing so hard. And then he was like, oh, those are my brothers. And that
That
shit
doesn't
made
make it
me.
any better.
So there's stories that's
Oh my
fun that can be
god.
had. So Rude, just don't get caught up in the grinding so much. I get that people want nice cars and shit, and H Town has a lot of nice cars. So
Yeah.
I just got a Cadillac Blackwing, and I'm proud of that. But
Weenie.
another thing is just like, as far if you're gonna stream this stuff, right? It's just like, no. Before I even get to that, fellas, I gotta talk to you. Listen to me, fellas. Stop being so effing thirsty in these servers. Oh my God. This is not Tinder. This is not Bumble. Y'all are the most horniest motherfuckers on the face of the earth. I do not understand why dudes be so pressed to get women in a role-playing server. It's sick, man. I wish Lucky was here. Oh my God.
I
the
think
stuff
that's
she went
just
through last night. Where's
weird,
Avi at? Avi, are you in the chat?
weird gamers, man. I don't think that's ever gonna change.
Dog.
Back to the days of us playing Call of Duty lobbies, and guys
There's
would
only so
hear
much I
a
can
young
say.
lady talking, and they would just lose. People would lose their minds, man. I don't know what it is
Dude.
about that.
Dude, be a new woman in the city. Oh my God. Bruh, it's like throwing meat into the wolves den. Like dudes be wild aggressive. Like it's crazy. Like I've had dudes come up to me, like trying to press me in the game about some shit. I'm like, bruh, if you don't get the fuck on, I'm gonna shoot you. I'm not gonna even lie.
That is insane.
Oh man, I thought that was your shorty. Blah blah blah. I'm like, bruh, get out my face.
Ah.
I'm literally here trying to get my car fixed.
And see,
leave me the fuck alone.
that's one of the big things that I don't care too much about. Because whenever I talk to you about RP, I always have a slight interest in wanting to until I hear some of these types of stories, and it's
you
not
be a good civilian.
and it's not even
'Cause
just
that's what I
like
do.
not even that kind of stuff, like those type of relationships. It's just people, just like you said, don't really seem interested in doing other types of RP, which is unfortunate.
Yeah,
I mean,
to.
it's just unfortunate, man.
I tell people if I see people trying to give it up, like as far as like them trying to get some content, because I understand it's a lot of streamers, and if I see people trying to do their thing and actually get some good quality content,
Yeah.
I'll help them out. Like I'll add to your story. Like I'll come over there, I'll make some shit up, I'll coincide with your story, I'll make it interesting. And then this is the thing, right? Just like in real life, when they see someone normal, people gravitate towards you.
Right.
So you don't have to chase women. Like I tell people, it's funny because it's the opposite for me. I'll be like, I don't want any kind of like, we're cool. And some people do the whole, like, there's a lot of people in server, there's like these in server relationships because it's part of their story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a part of their story. Whatever happens is natural. It's part of their story. Whoop de whoop. Like I run from people. Okay, I'm like, no, I'm just here to do your house.
Oh, Stanley's a little bashful, huh?
I just no, because last girl I talked to, she was in a gang, and I ended up in a trunk. Okay, there's a lot going on. Yeah, like I was talking to a chick, and she was like something I don't know. Like I can tell y'all stories for days, but yeah. So fellas, relax. And so it's okay to relax. You ain't got to be doing the most, because when you're not doing the most is when they notice you. Okay, so just relax. Be cool. And if you're going to stream this stuff, hey, to all the people who's blasting music while they're streaming RP, you are the worst kind of person. I just want to tell you that deep from the pits of my ebony soul, you are the worst kind of person. Turn your damn music off so people can hear you. Or some people like, and another thing, if you're going to RP and stream it, I would suggest you grind on your own time. Okay? No one wants to see you out in the field grinding diamonds for 4 hours. Unless you're a very entertaining person and you can entertain your chat while you're grinding. Because some people, I've been to some channels, and I've said this in people's channels, so it ain't nothing new. Like, it ain't, I'll say it to your face because I love you and I want you to do better. Don't be sitting up there grinding and being boring, okay? People don't want to see you with a pickaxe, or if you go to jail, just turn off your stream. No one wants to see you sitting in jail, bro. And last but not least, right? I want y'all to take notes here because I'm here for you, okay? I'm here for you. Don't talk to your chat when you're RPing. Put up a little post-it in your chat explaining that you'll get to them in a minute because you're supposed to be immersed into this character that you created, right? But I notice a lot of people keep stopping to talk to their chat.
Or at least mute yourself if you're going to do that, I would say.
Stop talking to your chat. Let them know, hey, I'm RPing. Put it in your title. Whatever you have to do. I have to be in this character. I've seen people stop mid-sentence to start talking to their chat. Like, you're interacting with someone, because not only are you fucking up your scene, what if that person's trying to get content and you keep stopping? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's all I got to say about that, man. You know, RP is going to be around for a while. I'll be in them streets if anybody got any questions on any servers to look out for, or you might want to stick your big toe in. If you come to H-Town, you know, we got a little group of people to help out newcomers. You know what I'm saying? Because what I so far like about H-Town is you can get into the bullshit, or you could be a civilian. Like right now, I'm kind of on a cool, just being a good civilian, staying out of trouble side. And I've come across gangs, but the gangs have been like pretty cool. Like they ain't been on no just unnecessary trying to press you or do anything stupid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it seemed like H-Town has a good balance, and I hope it stay that way. But that's all I got to say about that. Love you guys.
Yeah. I really hope that, like I said, we get some more mod tools for GTA 6. I would love to see some more interesting
I'm
things.
Tired of these women looking like meth addicts. I hate the character design in GTA 5. The men look like mush. The women look like meth addicts. I hate their faces. It's so bad that good servers usually have face packs that you can like use. Like it alters their whole look of their face because GTA faces are so horrible. But I'm sorry for cutting you off. That just struck a nerve.
Nah, you're good, man. I agree. I don't think. I mean, GTA just has like a distinct style, I guess, artistic style. That's probably the best way to put that. And I don't think. I mean, the graphics. While the graphics have gotten better, the style of the game hasn't really changed, and I think that's on purpose. I don't know how I would do if the game got more realistic. Like, I don't know how well I would. It would probably break the immersion of the game for me, but.
Yeah, I think GTA is just fine how it is. I totally agree.
Maybe
does
more
not have to be ultra realistic.
Maybe more animations or something, like more or smoother animations, I guess. Or I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when 6 comes out. You know, I'm definitely because it's gonna come out next year. So I'm excited. You know, GTA Online probably won't be until 2026 because I think it took them like a year or a year plus.
Now you're coming around.
No, no. The main game is coming out 2025. I'm sticking to my guns on that. But the online, we're not gonna see till the following year.
You really chopped you'd let me down.
Hey man, I gotta be a contrarian some kind of way, right? We can't agree on everything here.
That's true. And also, one last thing, if you guys want to see my cool Cadillac 2025 Blackwing CT5. I posted it on my Twitter, and I'll probably post it in the Discord. I'm very proud of my car. Damn it, it's not cool and fast like the rest of the cars.
It does look very nice. I will give you that. It's pretty clean.
Yeah, and my boy Amaze, he got a mechanic shop, and we sat up there this morning. It was like 5 a.m. We was up there messing with that car, man. I woke up just to take it to him. Because I couldn't get in the server last night, so I woke up extra early. I was excited. I was like a little pissy kid on Christmas Day. I was ooh, I got my car. Then I didn't. I just realized I peed on myself, so I had to take a shower.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
In game, he's talking about in game, guys. He didn't pee in real life. All right. So that's GCRP, man. I'm glad we did talk about it. You know, I think it's interesting to kind of keep an eye on it. I mean, because you're starting to really run into a lot
I
of
want to see a
user
cyberpunk RP.
community created content, and funny enough, there was supposed to be a multiplayer component to Cyberpunk that they ended up cutting because the game was terrible when it launched. So maybe we'll get that with Cyberpunk 2 in like 2035. Who knows?
I think they probably scrapped it for 2.
I think so.
Yeah,
They needed to fix the game, but I want to talk
and
about
I'm
Twitch
glad they
now,
did.
man. Let's talk a little Twitch.
Let's go, man.
We haven't talked about the state of content
Our little
creation.
stepchild.
It's been a while since we've really kind of dug into that, and there's been a lot of conversation about sponsorships and ad revenue on Twitch. And I do want to give a quick shout out to Devin Nash. He, in my opinion, gave the most level-headed take on Twitter and YouTube. He dropped a YouTube video yesterday, maybe 2
Was
days
that
ago.
the joint that BZ sent us?
Maybe. Let me see, cause
BZ sent us some good info on Twitter. I read through the other day about it was
no,
speaking
that
about the
thread. That was
advertisement.
the thread that I sent. Yes, that was the one that I sent a couple of
Okay.
like middle of November. But he also dropped a video to kind of expand upon his points because, and I will agree with his take that we as a community should probably stop listening to streamers when it comes to this stuff because they are motivated by being paid to they're motivated by money. He actually works with like
Hmm.
sponsorships and ads and runs ads on Twitch and stuff, so he has like a back view of this stuff. And I like I said, I agree with a lot of his takes. But for those of you guys who don't know what we're talking about, a lot of larger streamers over the last couple of weeks have talked about how their ad revenue has slowly been declining to the point where it is negligible to their overall income, which for a lot of full-time streamers, that's obviously a big deal. And the ads have always been an issue for Twitch. And in the way that, Devin essentially was saying, sponsors and and advertisers don't really know if the conversion rate is there for Twitch
Hmm.
with the money that they're spending. And I know we, here in our community and in the gaming community like to think that Twitch is this behemoth in the industry, but it still is not to this day. To the point where if you guys have been paying attention to a lot of the things that Dan Clancy, the CEO of Twitch, the new head of Twitch, over the last couple of years, and things that they've been doing has been moving closer to, trying to make money for the site because Twitch loses a lot of money. And to be quite honest,
We back to this, huh?
yeah, to be quite honest, Twitch, a lot of their revenue and stuff is concentrated at the top, right? I mean, you look at what Kai Cenat just did, over 750,000 subs, which is mind blowing. But not even. I mean, I don't even know who the next most sub streamer would be in that case. Like, probably not even a third
Is
of
it
that.
the what? Who's the second should be the person he passed? What's the
Yeah,
person
as far
who
as the
the
record, yeah, Iron
VTuber
Mouse, yeah.
Iron
Yeah, she
Mouse?
had that, but I meant when I say that I mean like a normal, like what your normal subscriber count would be, not something for like a subathon, not
Oh, okay,
like
yeah,
your
yeah.
his usual Kai is usually probably
Kai
like a
usually
hundred,
pulls in like 100 a month,
yeah, something like that, right?
90
So
between 90K and 100 a month. I want to say.
right, and so recently Twitch introduced this thing called content classification labels. If you guys don't know what that is, it's essentially a way for advertisers to decide and target where their ads are going, so their ads aren't sitting on, political takes, on controversial content, on things that doesn't align with their business, right?
Right.
And I don't know if a lot of you guys remember the whole YouTube ad apocalypse back from 2017. I actually had to look up the year because I was thinking it was like 2015, but yeah, 2017 was when YouTube, a lot of the BZ. This pod is kind of controversial content. It can be
Only
sometimes.
because you're here. Okay.
But yeah, essentially,
Mr. Ban from TikTok.
advertisers they went over to YouTube and they told them, "Hey, we don't want our ads on this type of content. If you guys don't fix it, we're not coming back." And while I think that the CCL labels are a good step for Twitch, I don't think it solves the problem that Twitch has, which is VOD content versus live content, right? You look at someone like Hassan, Not to, just pick him out because he is, a polarizing figure, if you could say that. I think that's pretty fair to say. And he averages 20 or 30,000 people. Most of those eyeballs are concentrated on him, right? So if I'm a sponsor and I look at him and I'm like, okay, well, I don't like his content, but I don't want to spend, I look at Johnny Two Shoes over here, Johnny Two Viewers. I don't want to put ads on his stream because I'm not going to see a return on, unfortunate, right? But
yeah,
with the way
it's business.
Yeah, and with the way that Twitch is discovery works, like it's essentially what people call like a kingmaker system. So the people at the top, the people who have the largest viewership are usually the ones pushed to the homepage or the top of directories. They try to change it up a little bit with those recommend, like if you guys ever go into like a category, like let's say Path of Exile 2 today, like if you click on just that, it'll default to recommended for you things that streamers that Twitch thinks you will like. But how many times can you say as a person that you would click on that, right? Like, I don't really watch new streamers, and I haven't for a very long time. So, the thinking is that these advertisers are going to leave and they're not going to come back because Twitch, once again, they don't have any good data to say that the money that they're spending is actually worth it. So,
is the juice worth the squeeze yet again?
Right. And so if you guys see other streamers like talking about this and they're saying nothing's wrong, they're lying. They're lying to you, okay?
This affects everybody.
And and I don't think people really understand how big this issue is because I don't know what Twitch can do to turn this around, because I'm going to tell you guys right now, if Twitch loses their ads, most of their major ads and sponsors, you're going to see some pretty rapid changes on the platform. And people are usually one or two minds of this. Is either ban the controversial content, not just 18 plus, Winnie. Anything like political stuff can be viewed as controversial. The magic show that happened on Kai Cenat's stream, that could be viewed as controversial. Anything that wouldn't align with a business's, morals, their business plan, etc. Right?
Can we just get rid of morals?
Like, they could say either we're gonna ban all of this or we're gonna we're just gonna open the floodgates, right? And I think that's the biggest problem, man.
Straight laced. Eventually, what they're gonna do is basically it's gonna be real straight laced, like, because who's the judge? Like, controversy, right?
Yeah.
Because what one thing might be controversial to one person may not be that bad to another person. Now, I'm not talking about stuff like that we just know is bad across the board, like racial slurs or something like that. But sometimes, like,
your opinion on something, your political opinion.
Yeah, some companies have their right to do that. Like, if they look at Nike and be like, hey, well, we don't like how you did this, so we don't want to. It's just like, it's pretty much business as usual, but Twitch, being Twitch, since the dawn of time, hasn't really been the most business oriented, right? Because streaming and the whole concept of game streaming and all of this stuff is old, but at the same time, it never really got its footing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no,
like ad companies and stuff are still trying to figure out, is it really worth advertising on, like, wasting all this money to advertise on Twitch? Like, is it niche? Because, like, that's the problem. They're still looking at it as like a niche group of people or a product or whatever the case may be. And like you said, I'm trying to think, like, I'm digging in my head here and I'm trying to think, how can Twitch be more conducive to what these guys are looking for? Because that's for the CEO to have to sit in these meetings and think about that, that's gonna be, he's gonna have to make some decisions that either way it goes, someone's gonna be pissed off.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, I look at a lot of, because I've been watching Twitch, God, man, for better part of 15 years at this point, something like that, long time. And I see what you call like the old guard of those streamers who are grandfathered in, who don't really change up the way that they do their content, which is not saying that they have to, But what people have to understand is you see where a lot of the, I mean, you could just look at like the top 10 most popular streamers, right? Like a lot of them don't just game, or a lot of them don't game at all. You know, you have a lot of just chatting, a lot of even that weird I'm just sleeping. Like I don't care what anyone says. It's weird to watch people sleep, man. Don't do that.
Hey, if you're watching people sleep, I'm judging you straight up and down.
You know, and well, that's the thing, Winnie. Like you could say that, right? Like, oh, you know, it would be easier if they weren't as invasive. Well, they try to run ads during live streams, right? If I'm a viewer, I'm not clicking on an ad to leave the live stream at that point. You know what I mean? Like I just think that their target audience isn't where the ads, the sponsorships think that they should be. You know, a lot of this is just, I think Twitch is entering an era while it's still trying to drag the gaming part of it along with us. And I mean, I feel like Twitch has lost its identity, honestly, in the last 10 years. Like it's changed so much to the point that, you know, you either pivot your content. You know, there's usually somebody in every couple years. There's usually like the it streamer, right? And right now that's Kai Cenat. Unabashedly, you can't argue that. With love the kid or hate him, man, he is the number one streamer on the platform by a mile. And so now you're starting to have people do these subathons, these streamathons, and I've seen a few clips of other people doing it, and it's just the wildest shit I've ever seen on Twitch, man. The stuff that people are doing, you would not see that stuff still being allowed years ago, and I think that's a big problem, and that's what a lot of the advertisers themselves are looking at. I mean, we even talk about TOS and how that's not consistent for streamers. You know, we were joking with Beezy,
Lord,
you know, and how Beezy got banned on on TikTok by the AI,
offensive.
you know, for offensive content. And Beezy's not, you know, if you guys know Beezy, you know he doesn't make that kind of content. But you know, let's say Twitch were to integrate some sort of AI, you know, algorithm to parse out content that they think that advertisers either want to spend their money on, that could affect discoverability, right? Even if you're, you know, Johnny 2 viewers, but you got street, you know, you have that kind of friendly brand, that in my opinion, it sets a bad precedent. Because then the people who are making good content, but it doesn't align
now
with,
they want to be evil.
Yeah, you know what I mean. If it doesn't align with the content that Twitch wants or the sponsors want, how are you expected to grow? That? You know, like
and that sucks.
It does.
That sucks, man. Because you got people who really do create good content, but it's not controversial, or it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's just that gray area is just so thin. You know what I'm saying? It's just like an uphill battle, and like I'm not going to lie, because today is the day we tell the truth. Today is the day of truths. When I still see people who are motivated to become full-time streamers and get partnered and all this stuff, it's almost, I don't want to say cringe-worthy, but it just hurts my heart because I see the hill that they gotta climb, and I'm like,
more like a mountain, honestly.
Yeah, I'm like, now you want to do this, like, and the fact that the people that I see who are doing this, they're not utilizing. Basically, they need to go to Beezy's YouTube class, because I feel like there's a lot of things that they could be utilizing that they're not. They're still sitting in front of a screen, streaming for the most part, and I'm like, you're not going to get to where you want to go if that's all you're doing. Like right now, you have to dig deep in your personality bag. You got to figure out who you are as a person and interject that into your product, and kind of like, you have to be like a television show. I just feel like you have to present yourself as a network. You're a network. I mean, this is a network, and you're a television program on this network. Like, you have to bring something different. Like, we keep repeating this, because we keep seeing it. Like, I wouldn't keep regurgitating the same shit every other episode if I wasn't still seeing it. There's people still sitting their asses in seats talking about they want to stream full time. You're sitting there. Your content, for a lack of better term, it's not hitting the points where it needs to hit. You're just looking at a screen. Like there's people like just not even involved with their chat. They're just on a screen, just fiddling around, reading,
I mean,
texting, and all kinds of bullshit. You got to lock in if this is what you really want.
And honestly, even then, like, let's say they were the perfect streamer, you know, if you weren't posting content other platforms,
still an uphill battle.
You're almost guaranteed not to get discovered, just because of the way that, like I said, Twitch is a kingmaker system, right? Like, you have to catch fire in your bare hands, and you got to learn how to keep it lit without any wood. In my opinion, that's how you become successful, and that's almost impossible, right? When you think about that,
that's a goddamn wizard.
You know, like, right? You have to become a stream wizard at that point, and you know, and people, you know, people were kind of talking. I saw a couple of points people were trying to make about Amazon and how, you know, they could possibly try to step in. I mean, just be honest with y'all, man. Amazon does not give a single fuck about Twitch in the way that you think they do.
They bought it for the tech.
A lot of people, you guys, I bet you guys don't remember Twitch Music, Twitch Student, you know, all these programs that Amazon tried to integrate to convert. Once again, it's all about conversions. They tried to convert people over to Amazon Prime, and it did not work. And that stuff's gone. They've been trying for years. To get people over to Amazon Prime, to shop on their website. And just like DC said, the tech that they even bought, the IVS streaming stuff, it's not even on the same part of where Twitch is on Amazon's like site now, like on AWS's site. Like, I don't think people really understand what's happening. I honestly give Twitch Prime another 2 years before they stop the program, because that's money that they're losing. That's $5 that they're paying to themselves, essentially to the streamer.
And,
you know,
and even the bigger picture is Amazon and all the powers that be are going to start eyeballing Twitch.
They are, because Amazon's a data-driven company. Like,
yeah, they're going to be like, yo, like, okay, like, and this is not, like, this is another thing that I hate. We got to stop doing this shit. Stop mixing facts with fear-mongering. Please. Y'all learn a new word like every fucking month, and then y'all just want to use it to death. What, the month before it was gaslighting. This month is fear-mongering. What the fuck is the next word going to be? No,
and once again,
fear-mongering.
I think that's once again the entertainers, the streamers who depend on the revenue of Twitch. Mm-hmm. To, you know, they're like, oh no, this is just December. It's just a slow month. Okay, when February rolls around, when March rolls around, when those new quarterly budgets start coming in, and streamers are still complaining about their dropping revenue, maybe people will start listening then, you know. And to the point that
quarterlies are a beast.
Yeah, and to the point that you made, Darkstar, about OnlyFans, they tried that. They were going to go back to being more family friendly, if you will, but you know, money talks, man. money talks,
and well,
you know, and,
yeah, one thing always gonna sell. Okay,
you know, and this isn't me saying like I think Twitch is going to shut down, or I don't think it's going to be that extreme, but I think people need to prepare for the coming storm. You know, it happened with YouTube.
It's gonna be a hard pivot, and during that hard pivot, some people are going to slide in their seats. It's like a car turning when you ain't got no seatbelt on.
Yeah.
We all going to slide. Something like, you know, we stream here. So it's not like we're just spitting doom and gloom because it's, you know.
Watch my ads, please, guys. I need the ad revenue. No, I don't care.
It's just like at the end of the day, what we want you to get from this is be prepared. Spread that butter, man. Do what you got to do. Get your content in all the proper places it need to be. Go to BZ School of YouTube. Do what you got to do to properly prepare yourself, because I don't want to see nobody ass out. Like, that's not fun for me. Like, I don't get a jollies out of like seeing people fail, or if anything, we want you to just be prepared, man, because every day it's some shit. Every day, man. Like, every day, like, life is moving. Life is lifing, man. I know people say that a lot, but it's the perfect like saying to me, like life just be lifing my ass away. So be prepared,
Yep.
man.
And if they
Pay attention.
decide that this is the type of content we're gonna align with, because I feel like that's what's gonna happen ultimately. I don't feel like Twitch is going to let the floodgates open, because they've never done that, right? Like they've never just said, "Hey,
They don't know.
we're gonna allow all this controversial stuff." So these content classification labels, these CCLs, will be the fix, and they won't. They're just a band-aid, in my opinion, man. And I was just about to bring up Mixer, Beezy. It's so funny you said that. I was there. I was there on Mixer. You know, we were moving up too, man. We were, we were building a little steam on Mixer, and then my knees got chopped from under me. So you let that be a lesson, man. Like you never. All it takes is one person who is high enough on the ladder at a company to look at some numbers on a screen, and like, hey, that isn't making us money. Cut that shit. We want it out of here.
It also brings me to the age-old question.
That's
right?
all it takes.
It always brings me to this age-old question of how much goddamn money do y'all need? But that could be a whole episode on a side pod, because I'm like,
I'm gonna tell you, man.
You
Tech
know.
tech companies, tech e-commerce companies are all data driven, 100%, 110%. They don't care about, like I said, the VP of whoever is Dan's boss's boss could look at could be like, hey, I want to look at this part of Amazon, not even just Twitch. I want to look at this part of the business, and
let's look at Amazon Prime.
let's
see what the videos
let's
are doing.
see how we're making money or how we're losing it. Right? Let's recalibrate a little bit, because the economy shit, which could happen.
Buzzword, recalibrate.
The economy is not great right now, and like it or not, I'm not saying anything besides this. Like it or not, there is a new administration coming into the White House, January. That's gonna have a big effect on a lot of things, and Twitch could be on the chopping block. So who knows? Could happen tomorrow. Could happen 5 years from now. But don't get Mixer. You know what?
So basically, what he's saying is, enjoy your Christmas.
You know what, BZ? That's the pod episode name. Don't get Mixer. Thanks, man. You're great. We love you around here, man.
We're gonna hire you. I pay in gold shillings.
That's amazing, man.
In shoestrings.
So yeah, I mean, it's all very interesting. Don't just take one opinion as fact. Hell, don't take my opinion as fact. I encourage people once again to do research. I'm always sending, DC and BZ all kinds of stuff that I find, because I think it's interesting, and it's worth talking about. The more we have these conversations and spread this information, more people can chime in and be aware. Because I want everybody to succeed. So yeah,
don't fear the information. Learn from it and adapt.
Yes,
that's what I want people to do. Adapt, learn from it. That's why I hate when you speak on something and people will like, oh, they'll jump in the comments. Oh, you're fear mongering. Like, shut up, man.
Just educate yourself, man. Knowledge is not. You shouldn't be afraid of knowledge. So.
Hey, man, and hold up, man. And that guy who told me to get a bigger screen on my YouTube short, bro, I got some words for you, fam.
We love you, man. Right? We appreciate you, dog.
Yeah, we appreciate your comments. Keep them coming.
Come to the podcast live. We would love to hear what you think about us, man.
Yeah. On my small monitor, that I play Call of Duty on. Get a bigger screen. Oh, this guy.
He comments as he lives in his mansion, his 12-room mansion. Shit.
Let me tell you, Darius, the stones on this guy. I tell you, boy. I love it. Hey, let me tell you guys something.
Oh, man.
Nothing gets me more excited than reading comments. I don't care how bad they are. I love it. I will sit there. We will argue. Okay?
Oh God, man! That's so
I love.
fucking funny.
I live for freaking comments, man.
Oh, I got tears in my eyes, man. All right, man. That's gonna be the end of the episode.
Sponsored by.
Right, sponsored by Twitch. Just kidding. Thank you guys for hanging out, man, for episode 214 of the Super Weapon Podcast. As always, it's a pleasure to be here every Saturday, man. You guys don't know how much this means to us, seriously. I know,
Therapy, baby.
We're not I'm not around as much as I used to be, but I'm thinking about y'all, man. I miss you guys. I appreciate it. Your boy will be back, man, one day. He'll come down from the mountain one day again. But yeah, make sure you guys follow the YouTube, man. Please. DC has been working his butt off.
I got some shorts coming down today, baby.
Yeah, he's been posting shorts, man. Please like those shorts. Share them if you can. Downvote them.
It's cold outside.
Don't look at this monitor too hard. And we're gonna have a good day, man. Next week We have the video game awards, and I'm sure nothing controversial is going to happen with any awards that are nominated. So we'll be talking about that next week. And that's all I got, man. I don't got anything else, man. You guys follow me everywhere. Darius the Artist. Follow your boy on Twitch, Twitter, Blue Sky, I guess. Everywhere. Darius the Artist. You got the floor, man.
Look at you. Hey, man, since we got this screen up, hey, you want to pull up my cool car? Maybe not.
Oh, sure. Why not? Yeah, why you do your outro? Go for it.
Okay, first of all, I wanna serious us out a little bit right here. Over the years, you know, a lot of my close friends, you know, they've dealt with the passing of a loved one. And I just want to say that during these times, during the holiday times, my inbox, my phone is always open to all my homies. You know, I have a lot of friends who've lost people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to be here for my friends. So I know around this time of the year, it can be hard for y'all. And my prayers are always up there for y'all. So if an angel floats down with a little envelope with my name on it, that was me praying for you. And there's my beautiful car. Ooh, look at it. It's so sexy. Oh my God. I love that car.
Gotta call that the Batmobile, man. That's pretty clean.
Yes, sir. It was shout out to Maze for doing a good job on it. But yeah, in all seriousness, man, you know, I know around this time it can get a little hard, but you know, just know that I'm here for you. I'm here for my friends. I'm just praying for you guys, and I hope that everything is okay on your side of the globe. And also, before we get out of here, man, I be writing this stuff down because I be forgetting. I have the worst memory. Wait, let me look at my phone. Because I got it in my phone. It was actually something else important I wanted to say besides that as well. But I can't remember it. So anyway, guys, have a beautiful Saturday per usual. It's a little cold outside. Make sure you wrap up. Don't get sick. Yes. Like my coworker who had COVID and the flu back to back, and he's like 78 years old. Thank God he made it through that.
Yucky, bro. He should have superpowers now, man. You can't wait till next week. Oh, yeah.
So just take care of yourself, guys. Please take care of yourself. We want you back here.
Yes.
To have fun with us, to talk about video games and anything else that pisses you off.
All right, guys. Let me end the audio version. Stick around. I'm going to play some video games. See you guys later. Peace.
Peace.